What's happening, Hardscapers? Today we're talking 6 reasons why you should consider porcelain for your patio project. And if you stay till the end, 1 reason why you should not. Let's get into this. This past year, I've started selling porcelain patios and I'm completely sold on the final product and what it looks like. This is always going to be another option for our clients, and here are the reasons why you should consider installing it for your next project. And at the end of this video, I'll add in a reason why you should not install porcelain for your next project. With an absorption rate of less than 0.5%, this makes porcelain resistant to so many substances, such as organic stains like leaves, wine, ketchup, and oil from your barbecue in an outdoor living space will not stain your porcelain. And we've tested this for ourselves, letting oil sit for more than 24 hours and then simply wiping it away. This is Aramosa limestone, and this is porcelain stone meant to mimic Aramosa limestone. We'll switch to time lapse, let this sit for a bit, but you can already see with the natural stone that wine is soaked in, that oil, olive oil, is pretty much soaked in. But with the porcelain, with it being so dense and not a lot of things getting through it, the wine's just sitting there, the oil is just sitting there, ketchup, barbecue sauce. We'll switch to time lapse, we'll see what happens. Here's our porcelain after 36 hours. Here is our natural stone. We'll start with the wine here. And after drying, this is what the porcelain looks like. It looks completely fine. Nothing wrong with the porcelain. And this is what the natural stone looks like. So obvious staining there. Whereas with a concrete paver, that paver is porous. It's going to soak up that oil. Now there are products that simply take that oil out of that concrete, but you're usually left with a slight blemish where that oil stain was. So we're gonna go ahead and pour it on. And now also, the longer that stain has been sitting there, the longer it will have soaked into the paver. Remember, pavers are porous. So with those pores, that oil stain is just gonna continue to soak down into it the longer that it's been there. We're going to go ahead and scrub these. This is the non-sealed one. It does look darker, so you can see lighter and darker here from the cleaner itself and not the actual oil. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wet this down, see how it dries over time. And you can actually seal your pavers to prevent that oil from staining your paver, but that just adds an ongoing maintenance problem that you're gonna have to seal every 3 to 5 years. With porcelain, you don't have to worry about that. And with it being resistant to acids and bases, well, it's a great option for a pool patio. It's also UV resistant, which means that the product will not fade like a concrete paver will over time if it's not sealed. And that can affect the overall impact that that space makes on you on that first initial day when that project is over. 10 years down the road, it's gonna look a little bit different, but with porcelain, it's gonna remain consistent. And that's a huge benefit. It's also scratch resistant. So that means if you have objects moving over it, say chairs, tables, any scuff marks will just simply wipe away. It's not gonna leave any scratch marks on the surface of that porcelain that are gonna remain permanent there. And because of all this, it's easy to maintain and clean. Maintenance is minimal with this. You're not going to seal your porcelain like you would maybe want to with concrete pavers to preserve that initial look of those pavers when they're installed and to prevent staining, prevent fading. With porcelain, it's built into that product. And cleaning is as simple as just wiping that stain away. Additionally, they're lightweight and easy to transport. And this is huge, especially in that construction phase. The footprint for what that material is gonna take up on the job site is so small. And that means also getting that product to the backyard is gonna take less labor and moving it around before installation as well. And with so many different design options now for porcelain, whether it's mimicking natural stone, wood, or just other intricate designs, there's so many options on the market now for porcelain. But with all these benefits, there is one main con to using porcelain, and that is the price. Porcelain's about twice as expensive as a mid-range paver cost. That being said, do consider that you don't have to seal your porcelain like you might want to with your concrete pavers. By the time you factor in the cost of the pavers and the cost of having to seal them, you're very close to the price of porcelain by the square foot. Or if you opt for a higher end paver, or maybe even a paver that's factory sealed, once again, you're very close to the cost of porcelain. So don't let that initial sticker shock prevent you from trying to sell porcelain or choose porcelain for your next project. However, labor is going to be more expensive in the installation phase. Everything from the excavation to the base prep is going to be the exact same as pavers, but it's that final screeding and laying of the pavers that's going to take more time than it would concrete pavers. We've installed porcelain on open graded base. That is a 3/4 inch clear stone, no fines in it. So that water is going to work its way through that system and to our subgrade and away from the foundation. And then we're still going to screed HPB, but around the edges for pedestrian only, we're going to mix that HPB with a Trass compound. This is a cementitious mixture mixed in with that HPB and some water, and it's going to solidify like concrete, but remain permeable and flexible. And that goes around the edges of our porcelain. If you want to learn more about installing porcelain, we'll have that linked in the description below, step by step how we go about installing this, or you can find it at the end of this video. But once that screed layer is set, we then need to back butter every single piece of porcelain and install that onto our HPB as well as our Trass layer. What this back buttering and setting into HPB is supposed to do is take away the hollow sound. I don't hear any hollow sound. And also, if you step on the corners and the edges, it's not going to tip the actual porcelain slab, and you won't get any grinding noises, especially when sand is in the joints. We use these tile spacers to get a good 1/8 of an inch joint all across. So all of this adds to the labor component, and that's going to cause the price of your porcelain project to increase. If we can screed and lay about 70 square feet of pavers per hour, well, we can only screed, back butter, and lay about 24 to 35 square feet of porcelain, but a lot of that just depends on the actual footprint of every porcelain piece. The larger the footprint, the more you're going to be able to lay, whereas the smaller the footprint, the less you're going to be able to. So we're about 2 times the labor to actually be able to install porcelain from screeding to laying. But in addition to that, if there's lots of cuts, porcelain's going to take longer to cut because of how hard it is. That means with its hardness, we really need to take our time with our cuts to make sure that they're perfect and they're not flaking or breaking on us. And in addition to that, if there's any waste material, that's going to cost more. Say curved cuts where we can't reuse the cut piece, or just product breaking on site. That's all going to cost us in the end. All that being said, the end product of our porcelain projects has been completely worth it. I love the look, and it's always going to be an option for our clients moving forward. And that's why you should consider using porcelain on your next project. At this point, you'll find the video to installing a porcelain patio that you can go ahead and click on. It'll also be linked in the description below. Hey, I hope this video has helped you in some way. If it has, please give this video a like, comment below any questions you may have, and subscribe to this YouTube channel for more hardscaping content like this. Thank you so much for watching.